Hi guys, it's Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner, and we have a new design team project for Artesprix. Now, what I'm going to be working with today are these cute little heart-shaped ornaments. They are two-sided, so you've got the coating on both sides. So it doesn't matter which side that you do your design on, or you could do both. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to do the second side, but I do kind of sort of have a plan for the first side. And what I want to do is some layered stamping. Now, I have not done this with Artesprix inks before, and I wanted to see what the colors actually look like of my inks before I start putting together my design to put it on my permanent image here. So I stamped out the little cloud here using each of the inks, and I've got a scrap of some polyester material that I went ahead and pressed that down on. And then, so I remember what the swatch is for, I used a permanent Singer marking pen, just something I picked up at Joann's, and wrote on there that it's ink pads. So I know that this is my swatch for the ink pads. Now I have an idea of what I can use for the background of my little heart here. Now, what I'm wanting to do, and something you have to keep in mind whenever you're doing anything with the Artesprix inks, is that they are translucent. So you need to make sure that your lightest colors are in the background, and then you can put darker ones on top of those. So anything that you want to be lighter, you need to have that kind of down as your first image. And so kind of what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do a background. Go ahead and do some ink blending and do a background for my heart here, and then I can add other pieces using some of the stamps over the top of that with some of the darker colors. So first things first, though, I'm going to use a piece of cardstock because I'm more comfortable using cardstock than I am paper, and I don't want to, make a humongous mess on my desk when I'm trying to do that. And this is a size that I am real comfortable with because I do a lot of card making. So I'm going to take one of the hearts and go ahead and put that on the top, and then using a pencil, I'm going to draw a line around my image, just right up to the edge. It's not going to hurt my blank, but it will give me a starting point for when I'm doing my image, so I'll know where it's supposed to be. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a little bit of yellow kind of in the center. So I kind of wanted that to be where the sun is, right? And I'm starting in the center and coming out. I'm trying to go really, really light with this because I don't know how bold this is going to be. I do know that these inks tend to be really, really bold when you press them. So I'm trying to use some of what I know from making cards for this design so that hopefully it's not going to be too big. Now that does have quite a bit of a spot there in the center with that yellow, but that's going to be okay. I can always cover that with an embellishment, meaning a darker stamp, if I choose to. So I've got blue ink on this one, and I'm going to come in from around the sides and try to do a soft blue around the outside as well. And this is basically what I want for my sky, and I don't want it to be too much. And these inks do tend to be a bit darker. Now this is my first use of all of the ink pads and doing the ink blending with it, so I'm hoping that this is going to turn out the way I'm expecting it to. Okay, so next I'm going to get out my Misty, and I can start doing a little bit of stamping. And I'm not going to do it on this one yet. I think I'm going to do a little bit of a testing to see how it looks with this ink. And I think what I'm going to do is just go with this one that is for the, is for basically some of the texture of the water, because I can go back in. Let's give it a little bit of a horizon there. I can go back in with the blue, after I brush some of it off onto some paper. I can go back in with some of the blue to kind of fill in any of the gaps, right? Okay. So let's take this out, and I'm just going to put in my piece of, this is just some some paper towel. So let's grab out the blue. Let's just see how that's going to look. I think it's going to look pretty good. But I do have to be careful with this. One thing I've noticed on some of my inks is I tend to get my fingers in the ink, and I don't want to do that. So I've added a magnet to the back of each of these ink pads, because with the Artesprix iron-on ink, if you get ink anywhere else, it's going to make it a little bit messy. It's not going to give you the exact image that you want. You may have fingerprints on your finished permanent project, whereas if you're making a card, you can just cover it up with an embellishment or use a sand eraser, right? So right now I'm just going to lightly put this on because I don't want it to be too dark. Now let's just see how that stamps. I think it's going to stamp out pretty decently. Okay, yeah, that looks like it's going to do pretty well. Let me go ahead and put my heart back in. And there's still some ink left over on it, so I'll go ahead and put that down. That'll be kind of as my first layer. And I'm going to put a little bit more. And what I'm expecting is that multiple layers of the ink is going to make the image darker, just like when we are doing this on a card. Okay, that looks really, really nice and dark. I do have a bit of a line in one spot that I don't particularly like, and that I think is just the stamp. So I'm going to wipe my stamp off with a baby wipe, especially in that area, because I might have something on the stamp or something like that that I'm not aware of. And I'll stamp it down one more time. Okay, so I'm just using a couple of magnets that came with my Glassboard Studios magnetic mat to lift my little stamp pad up. Okay, here we go. Okay, I think that looks really, really, really nice. Let me clean off my stamp and put that away. Okay, I'm going to grab up some more of that blue, brush most of it off, and then come back in over it. So I've got a little bit of that blue going along with the darker blue. So my thought is it should give us 2 layers of color, right? 2 different colors. Get a little bit more of that. And then I do want to come back in and give a little bit darker shade to the outside of my heart, 'cause up in the sun or up in the sky. Okay, so I think that is looking pretty cool. Do I want any more? I think I do want a little bit more of the yellow. Here we go. And then I'll go ahead and bring my blue back in a little further. Okay, I think that is going to be pretty good. Next, I'm going to add a little bit of some of these other bits to my image too. I think I'm going to add some clouds, maybe a dolphin, some birds, that sort of thing. So let me go ahead and put it back in my Misty. So what I've got set up now, I've got a dolphin here. I think I want to move him a little bit further this way. I could do. Yeah, I want him to be kind of jumping up out of the water, about to go back in. Got my little cloud covering part of that area that I thought was a little bit too bright. Yeah, let's move that off to the side. I'm trying to figure out exactly where I want everything placed so it doesn't look too bad symmetrical. Because if I do that, it's not going to look, natural. So I've got a cloud, I've got some birds added, I've got a little boat. Let's move it up just a touch more. A little bitty sailboat. I'm trying to line him up about with the edge where my water line is. And then we can adjust the dolphin just a touch. Go ahead and pick that up with my Misty. And next I'm going to put down some tape. Now, the reason for this bit of tape is that I don't want to see the dolphin's tail down in the water. So, okay, so I'm going to add some purple tape right along that line for my horizon. And this is just going to be on there temporarily so that both the boat and the dolphin are not showing below the water. Let me just make sure I've got that lined up right. Yep, that looks good. And then I'm going to use some black ink. And again, I put the magnets on the back so that I don't get my fingers in it as I'm trying to do my stamping, because that would not be a good idea. And I think I'm going to do like 2 layers of the ink, because on my template, on my swatch rather, when I did the black, it basically turned out a little bit gray, and that's fine, but I want it to be actually a little bit darker than that, right? Oh, that's going to be so cute. It does look like my boat is a little bit out of the water, but I'm going to take care of that, I think, with a marker. So let me stamp these down one more time, just to be on the safe side. Okay. So now I've got one of my Artesprix markers. This is in the black, and I am going to just bring the edge of my boat down to the water line. And again, I'm being very careful not to get... Oh, that's perfect for the dolphin. That was perfect. I'm trying to be very careful not to get any of the ink on my fingers, because if I get it on my fingers, I am very likely to... get it somewhere else on the image that I don't want it. Okay, so I've got that little bit of the boat down onto the water, so now it looks like it's supposed to be there. Okay, great. And then next I do need to go ahead and tape my blank down onto the image. Okay, so we're going to use some heat resistant tape from Artesprix to adhere our... And before I do that, I am going to wipe this thing down, make sure I don't have any accidental ink on my fingers where it's going to go in the wrong place that I don't want it. And I think I'm just going to use a little bit of alcohol for that, just to be on the safe side, because I know me. I have gotten a little black dot or whatever color dot on the wrong parts of an image a few different times, because I had ink on my fingers and didn't know it. Okay. So let that dry a second. And alcohol does dry fairly quickly. Okay. And now I'm going to place this down onto my image right where I have that little line drawn. And if you changed your mind and decided that you liked a different area, you can always shift it around. That is totally fine. Basically, that line that we drew was a template to let us know where we think we want it to go, right? So I'm going to put my tape down on both sides. I think I'm going to do it on all 4 just to make sure everything stays positioned and doesn't shift while it's on my heat press. Okay. And I don't see any ink marks on this side, so I should be good. And if you wanted to add any words or anything like that to that, you absolutely could. Just remember, everything is going to need to be mirrored because it's going to transfer opposite direction, right? It's going to be backwards. So next we're going to put this in our sandwich. Now the way that we do our sublimation sandwich is I've got some protective paper from Artesprix. You can use things like butcher paper or something like that, but this is what the pros use, so I highly, highly recommend it. I haven't had any issues with anything transferring where it's not supposed to using this paper. So we'll have one layer underneath, then we've got our blank and image with the image side up, Okay, and then we've got another piece of the protective paper. I like to do it in half because then I can make sure that I've got everything covered, just in case something shifts around while I'm moving it from here over to my heat press. Okay, now for this specific blank, which is the blank of the month, and this is the heart, there are instructions over on the Artesprix website to let you know what temperature and what time you need to do. So for this specific one, the heart ornament, it's 75 seconds at 400 degrees. Okay, so that's what you need to set your heat press on. As soon as it's heated up, then you can go ahead and press it for 75 seconds. And I'm going to go ahead and take this over to my heat press and get that pressing done. Okay, so now I've got it in my heat press. I've got the image side facing up, and it's got the image side on top, so it's got the heat press above it. Okay, we've got it go like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and press this, just placing that in the center there. Pull down the arm, and we're going to press. And now it's going to just basically go, there we go. So now it's going to count down to 75 seconds. Once it's done, I can go ahead and pull that off. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, and next is very important. You should always, always, always do a peak test. Okay, now this is pretty hot. So let's take a look. Okay, I'm going to take this over to my desk and we're going to take a look, see how it looks. Okay, so now we're going to do a quick peek test to see how this did. And if it needs to, I can always put it back in, but I have a feeling it's going to be good. One thing to note, this paper cannot be used again because you can see we got some heat transfer over onto the paper, right? So this paper can't be used again. And I've got putting on some heat gloves. I hate using gloves because they're harder for me to work with, but this is hot, so I don't want to burn myself. So I'm definitely using some gloves for this. So I'm going to just peel up a little bit of the tape, and then I can see whether or not it transferred like I expect it to have onto my blank. Okay, come on. Okay, let's go ahead and throw out that piece of tape because it has that ink transferred onto it, so it cannot be used over again. So you know me, I like to reuse everything, right? So let's take a quick peek. And I'd say that that looks like we did a good transfer. Okay. Okay, now lucky for us, it has already cooled down most of the way. It is very nice now. It is not as nearly as bad. You go ahead and take off the rest of the tape. And let's take a look at how lovely our little heart ornament is going to be. Oh, I love how that turned out. I love how this one turned out. And you guys are probably wondering, why in the world am I thinking of the beach for a Valentine's or heart-shaped ornament like that? Well, I'll go ahead and tell you guys. We were married, actually we were engaged on a beach at sunset, and we got married on a beach at sunset. So my husband and I have this thing about beaches and sunsets and all of that, and I think this would be so pretty, especially if I had added any words to it. This would be so pretty to do as kind of a an anniversary kind of gift. Anyway, that is kind of the reason behind all of this. I think it turned out super, super pretty. And just remember that if I can do this, and this is my first attempt trying to do the layering, and look how lovely it turned out. The only part that was kind of layered was where I did the background in one color of blue and then the stamping, but you could definitely do multiple layers of the same color. These inks work fabulously. Anyway, I'm going to be experimenting with them some more, I think. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. Remember, if I can make it, you can too, and I will talk to you soon. Oh, and don't forget, there is a playlist over here with other videos where I'm using Artesprix inks, so be sure to check that out. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.